Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some UnderRail, shall we? Alright, well I've gotten some fantastic help from you all, as I have this entire playthrough. And I thank you so much. We're running out, we're leaving. I'm going to try as hard as I can to escape and get back to where I can. So I was way over here. Now I want to just walk past this, hopefully sneak by that thing. We got to go up here. I don't really want to go here. What is this building? I didn't even mean to go into this building. What is this? Huh. I guess this is some kind of... Oh, they've got some food. Now, what I'm trying to do is get back to the Faceless, and I want to talk to them. And also, Key told me that the old man that I'm looking for was actually hiding in the locker in his house, afraid of me. So, how about that? So we got to go back to his shack and speak with him. Oh boy, that's a very... There's a lot of guys in there. Alright, we're not going to make it going that way. Let's sneak back over here. And let's just try to get down here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, I think... Well, maybe. Let's sneak over here. Okay. Go. Make a break for it. Good. Alright, we're almost out of Hollow Earth, perhaps. Oh boy, this is awful. Run, run, run. Run, run. Alright, there's poison, but I think I can sneak by the poison. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the cuddle snail is hostile. I didn't realize. I thought it was just this, like, passive... Oh, God. Thing. Alright, let me just load the old autosave there. That was a surprise. Now, I do get poisoned a bit. Oh, there's another guy, though. Huh. I didn't think that they would walk in there like that. Alright, I'm gonna just try to cut this way. Cut down here. Oh, I died. Alright, fine. Hilarious. I was like, you know, the poison can't be... Oh my god. It is that bad. Alright, so... I'm running as... Oh, he chased me. He chased me. Alright, we gotta do a better job. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see if we can go, like, up here, maybe? Alright, and go around. Alright, that guy's down there. He's doing his, you know, XCOM thing. Oh, he stepped in the trap. He straight chilled himself. Go, go, go! What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Go here. I know we get contaminated a bit, but I think we can survive this, hopefully. Can we make it? Go. Oh, man. I shouldn't have gone so deep into Hollow Earth like that. Oh. That's right, this place is okay. So this facility can't be seen. So we can use this to kind of regroup. I'm going to save it as I'm this far in. Let's go ahead and save it. I should just load my save file. Yeah, I mean, I should just load the crazy house, but no. Let's just save right here. Alright, and Go ahead and stealth up. Go down. Run. Run, you beautiful. Almost there. We need the faceless. Come on, faceless. Heck yeah, we made it. Hi, everybody. Oh my god. Wasn't that scary? Alright, we're in. I'm going to quick save it. And let's see. Where is the faceless leader from this point? I'm here. So... I've never been... down here? Okay. Interesting. I had to have been in here, right? Oh no, more crafting stuff. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Alright. If you need to build something, you may pass. Okay, let me look at the note. Southgate Station. Oh, God. I have some unfinished business with Southgate Station. Anyway. Is there not a thing for the faceless? Not yet, anyway. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so... I know they said... to go around here. Let me look at the map. I am here at Warehouse Block 2. Deep Caverns, Warehouse Block 2. The Talos Outpost. Okay, let's go up to the other section of the warehouse. Alright, where's the, like, head honcho faceless? Where you at, head honch? I need to find you. Well, we're getting closer to having some stuff. There's a EMP grenade. And there is a waste pack. Got another one. A little bit of cash. Bandage. Battery. You know what I just thought? I probably don't have the skills. Let me just see what else is in here. Lockpicking 130. That's pretty mighty. Insufficient skill. How about that? I have to rate. I think I can get to 125 with my highest skill. No, 129 is what I can get to. I can't open this. I got to put 1 point in lockpicking if I level up. That is so funny. All right. It's going to be like a pair of goggles. But anyway, here's the deal. I'm going to check something really fast, which is, can I make an EMP grenade? What does it take? It takes a thin grenade case, an electromagnetic discharger, a battery, and some secondary electromagnetic dischargers. Interesting, right? So Key was saying, like, I'm way underprepared on EMP grenades. So I have currently 9, and then I have 3 Mark IIs. So let's start gathering the crafting items that I would need. So to do this, let me open this window again, and let me just, like, I need batteries. I have batteries. The primary electric discharger, it just looks like a box with 2 wires coming out of the bottom, and then the thin grenade case. So let's start looking for exactly that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Now remember, there's like a ton of crafting stuff around here, so I'm mostly looking for the thin grenade case up front. But boy, I'm not seeing anything. Now this is all like ammo and built stuff. Here's some more EMP grenades, regulars though. Alright, so we have some more just regular EMP grenades. Those will be helpful. And let's see. What's on these shelves? Oh, that's right. Balaclava time. Well, I mean, I found other stuff in the other warehouse, so I'll look at that. Anyway, now that I'm here, actually, I can easily get to the strange shack. There's the power station, and this is the Talos outpost. Is that where the faceless chief is? Let me check it out. Look at that smashed CRT television. How about that? Mostly flat screens around here. But that, yep, this is definitely head faceless territory. Look at this. The faceless gestures you to stop. After a brief pause, he activates his voice and speaks to you. You may pass. Enter the building behind me and speak with our commander. Where can I get some supplies? Speak with our commander. Alright then. Not there. Alright, let's try not to upset anyone. This is all red. Don't get nuts. I can open this door. And it's the commander. Whoa, look at that. He's got horns on his helmet. You find yourself face to face with an armored faceless of imposing stature. Not a single patch of flesh is left exposed. It does look like on the graphic on my screen for him that his bare arms are exposed, but maybe those are just sleeves. Cascading shoulder plates, thick breastplate engraved with a strange symbol, joint pads, and even a skirt-like garment made from thick cloth all serve to encase and protect the being inside. But the tri-horned helmet with a singular cyclopean lens staring at you is the faceless most prominent feature. Whether there is one, two, or more eyes behind that lens is not something that's immediately clear, but the powerful weapon grafted into the right arm suggests that monoscopic vision would make its use fairly difficult. Eventually, a synthesized voice addresses you. Please stand still while we extract information from your mind. There is nothing for you to fear. Wow, I didn't know they could do that. Wait a minute, what about all those manila folders that you have on your desk? That alarms me more than anything else I've seen here. Extract information from my mind? How and why? Fear not, the process is quick and painless. We simply wish to know what you know. Okay, do what you have to do. Good. Oh god, this guy with the strange, like, anglerfish dangly on the end came over to me. The faceless mind reader. You begin to feel a strange sensation in the center of your brain. Quickly it starts shifting from side to side until it expands and vibrates in the areas around your temples, as well as within your forehead. Then a voice slowly grows in your head, gaining in volume and clarity with each passing moment. Relax, I will begin now. This will not hurt you. Okay. The cold metal hand grips your forehead and your thoughts begin to swirl. Now that's... You didn't say this was going to happen. You feel as if your mind has transformed itself into a colorful vortex with your consciousness forced into its center. Individual thoughts are randomly lighting up and plummeting through your awareness before disappearing into the void. The speed soon increases, turning your thoughts into one continuous streak of light. Thought control. And in this stream of passing memories, however, you recognize those you do not wish to share. They shoot by so fast, and keeping track of them is pushing the very limits of your mental capability, but you manage to filter them out and divert them elsewhere, away from the void. So this is because I'm a psionic, and I have some abilities. I'm, like, only showing them the good stuff, like on social media. It's so funny. I was worried, like, they were going to look through my mind, and they're like, okay, this guy's done a lot of heavy drinking, and he likes mushroom brew, and he's killed 15,000 people. And he also used mutagenic gas as part of the chemical assault unit. He's not a good guy. I was going to have to do a lot of explaining to do, but I'm filtering it out. It leaves you exhausted, in the cerebral equivalent of being drenched in sweat and short of breath, yet you know you must still look deep into it, the void, the black spot all your thoughts flow into. After a short while, incomprehensible, detached memories begin to surface. You try to make sense of them all, and while you fail at some, you succeed at others. You see faceless footmen walking through the bloody corridors of the Institute of Chort. You see a large city of foreign architecture. You see a badly burnt woman being dragged away. You see a small, rumbling, metallic space filled with armed faceless. You see a hazy image of disfigured, mutated creatures ripping people apart. You see the mysterious cube being held. The vortex then, without warning, collapses in on itself, and you feel your external senses slowly tingle back until you become fully aware of them. And the first thing you feel is the cold arm detaching from your forehead. You now feel fully conscious and a part of the real world. The first thing that welcomes you back is the harsh sound of a distorted, faceless voice. Good, you have cooperated with us on a few occasions, proving yourself both trustworthy and useful. Some of us have died by your hand, but you will suffer no consequences for those deaths. We understand the circumstances in which they occurred. Your previous allegiance with the Chortis will not be held against you, since it proved necessary in tracking down the object you know as the Cube. We find your knowledge regarding it useful. We deem you trustworthy, Dr. Incompetent. We are interested in prolonging our cooperation. Great. We can offer you supplies, free passage through faceless-held territory, and safety within any of our bases of operations. We know that you're looking for Laura Baker and her husband Terry. Oh my god. Are you gonna... I was just about to make a point about how I had failed on some tasks from Southgate Station, and I was like, I never found the Bakers. I just couldn't find them. Are you telling me I'm gonna get to the end of it now? She was severely wounded before she was found by one of our tunneler units, otherwise she would have perished. She's in the medical office, and you may speak to her if you wish. I think I found her dead husband somewhere, didn't I? I have granted you the right to 3 ammo and 1 medical package. The building with the double doors is the barracks. There you may speak to a quadrupedal regarding ammo supplies. Next to it is the medical office, to which you should go for the medical package. If you have any further questions, you may speak only to me. I do have questions, as a matter of fact. You may ask them. Oh, here's a page. Okay. I have met this strange being that calls himself Ram Umbra. What can you tell me about him? He is not one of us, but we treat him as an equal. He is our ally, and we have cooperated on more than one occasion. Where did he come from? We do not know. He is from afar. The technology at his disposal is far more advanced than ours and trivializes it completely. However, more impressive is his knowledge and understanding of this world, and we consider ourselves fortunate to have had even a fragment of it shared with us. You should too. I guess so. Are there any other people in the Deep Caverns I could talk to? Yes, in the cavern straight to the west of here lives an old man who appears to have been living in the Deep Caverns for a long period of time. We read his mind when one of our patrols encountered him, and it was a chaotic one, meaning he is insane. We could not extract much useful information from him due to this very reason, but as he is not a threat to us or our goals, we took no action against him. He was seen near the warehouse block a few more times, but would retreat as soon as he noticed our presence. I see I had other questions. What can you tell me about Chort? We have little concrete data on Chort, for we never came in contact with it or any of its biomass, but the knowledge we possess eliminates all but one conclusion. Chort was created by the merging of several biocore scientists into a single powerful being, a process which could not have been realized without the aid of powerful mutagens in which the creation occurred. So I kind of knew it was some mutagenic experiment from biocore gone wrong, but I didn't realize it was like a fusing of several biocore scientists. It kind of evokes what happened in Lemuria with that scientist whose consciousness like haunted that medical facility beyond his death in some way, even though he was a singular being, just some kind of like way beyond the pale experiment gone wrong. So interesting. So it's something like a huge malformed monster? We know nothing of its appearance. We do suspect a being of such potent and far-reaching mental capabilities is likely to be enormous in size in order to properly contain a sufficiently large brain, but as these mutations are highly unpredictable, it's even possible that the brain mass rests outside of Chort's body. Discussing its actual form any further would only end in useless speculations. How come you suspect it was made out of mutated biocore scientists? Because those are the very same scientists that were responsible for us. Responsible? They made us. What? Now that I did not expect. Tell me about you, the Faceless. I will. The research complex, that is where the very first of us were made. We were mutants, we were experiments, we existed not because we needed to, but because we could, and we were many and different. We merely existed until we were shown that we could be something else, something more than test subjects of men and women who created us. Tell me what happened. We were not created equal. One of us possessed an outstanding intellect, and that gave him access beyond the confined limits of our world, which placed him in a position to play a crucial part in our escape. For Biocore was at its end, and he knew it and planned for it. Wow. So there was like one that was like super smart. When the moment finally came, he seized it. He led us away, and he still leads us to this very day. Huh? And for those who used us, some were killed, some escaped. But the ones who exploited us the most were thrown into the mutagen tanks. Was it justice or revenge or both? That I cannot tell you, but the fact of the matter is that our birthplace became their grave. Or so we thought. Together as one, they now constitute Chort. Whether their minds remain separate or not after the merging is irrelevant, for every mind is in itself a set of multiple cognitive systems functioning at varying levels of consciousness. Therefore, their minds, whatever the case regarding their identity may be, now serve as faculties to a higher mind whose presence we all perceive whenever we're inside its field of influence. It is inarguably Chort's greatest asset. Every mind is more than the sum of its parts, yet Chort's is so much greater than its constituents that it raises many questions to which we still do not have answers. Interesting. Have you personally witnessed all of these events? No. I did not exist back then, but I know it. What happened once you escaped? We became what you see now, but further than that I may not go. That is all I may tell you regarding us and our past. Huh. Wow. So wait a minute. So Biocore made them for experiments, and one of them became smart, and as Biocore kind of like lost its edge and was dwindling in power and splintering, they made a mutiny against them and threw them into the mutagen tanks, and then they became Chort, and they have some leader who is guiding them. That's far out. Okay. It's a lot to take in, dude. I love how all the Chortists like worship Chort too. They're like, he's so great. He's going to help us evolve. All we have to do is step in the mutagen tanks. So it's like, I want to say the game is just outright anti-mutagen, but it's hard to come to that conclusion when the Faceless seem to be mutants that are doing a good thing. So it's not totally anti-mutant. Maybe? What's the deal with the cube? What is it and why it's so important? I love that I'm Jerry Seinfeld here. What's the deal with the cube? Why is the cube important to you? I came all the way here because of that bloody thing, so I might as well know something about it. It turned half of South UnderRail upside down. Many lives were lost because of it. It is a power source. For what? You don't have the capacity to understand how it functions now, nor how it's used. Even if you did, that information may not be shared with you. I will only say that the cube was taken from us and that we must retrieve it. If the cube is exploited, the consequences could prove disastrous. How was it taken from you? Stolen by an agent of an organization we aren't familiar with, and all due to our fault. We failed to see through his deception. Was Cornell this agent? No, and you yourself know that he is not the one. Who was it then? Laura Baker met him in Core City. Other than that, we have no information on him. Whoa! The Bakers go to this level? It can't be John the Beautiful. Is it that dude who wants to kill me? Who wants the cube back? Like Iran or whatever? The guy that met me in the bar and threatened me? Your mind offered us another possibility of his allegiance, Oculus. Oh. Interesting, but Oculus stole the cube only to have the acid hunters somehow get it? We weren't aware that such an organization even exists, let alone to try and connect it to the device's disappearance, but these details are of secondary importance. Device's retrieval is of primary. You're not telling me much. I'm telling you what you need to know. The cube must be returned to us. We know where the cube is located, but we currently do not possess the means to retrieve it. I presume the cube is with Chort. Correct. The cube was brought to it by the Chortists. Before, we weren't certain how the cube reached the Institute of Chort. Your mind clarified that to us. How was it taken from you? Oh, right. So you tracked it to Core City, but the trail disappears. Okay, right. You can't get past the field, right? Correct. Its degenerative effect is something we haven't been able to circumvent or counteract. It seems to be especially more potent against our kind than it is against life forms with different types of neural activity. What does that even mean? It means that Chort's influence is not exerted to the same degree across all affected life forms. The more complex the neural activity of the unit is, the greater the interference, resulting in a more destructive effect to the affected organisms. I presume it's with Chort. It is, but you can't get past the field to retrieve it, right? Correct. Okay. I have other questions to ask you. What do I do if I can get the cube to you? You will be rewarded. As to what the reward will be, that is yet to be determined. Also, you will be able to leave the Deep Caverns. How about you return Laura to Southgate Station after the cube gets back in your hands? Then it will be possible to arrange her transportation. What's the deal with the cube? Why is it so important? I already said this. Yes. A power source. Are you implying that it could be used as a weapon? Possibly. Alright. Can't get past the field. Right. Other questions. Okay. How can I get out of Deep Caverns? The only exit without the use of tunnelers could be an elevator south of here. It is the only one functional, but it is unpowered. How do I power it? There are two possible locations, the power station north of here and the Chortist base to the west. The power station has been operational for many years since the dissolution of Biocore, while the Chortist base uses its own power. What can you tell me about the power station? It is protected by automated security only. Nothing organic is allowed inside, as the sentry bots exist in overwhelming numbers, even too much for us to successfully combat. Okay. And there's a large gate deep inside the complex that I can't get past. Do you know anything that could help me open it? No, we have some information on it, but nothing you'll be able to use. What I may tell you is that the gate is being viciously protected by Chort's endless hordes, and that behind it lies Chort itself, as well as what you know as the Cube. Alright, other questions? I rescued one of you in Core City. Where is he now? Is he alive? No, he perished during the invasion of the Institute. I had hoped I'd meet him again. I'm afraid that is now impossible. Do not concern yourself with his death. It could prove to be a dangerous distraction. Wow. I have no questions at the moment. Alright. So, I guess I go talk to... I mean, what did he even tell me? He said go check out the double doors for the armory or whatever. And... wow, look, they're all training. And I could talk to the Centaur. The first reaction you get from this four-legged faceless is a blank, expressionless stare. Seeming more metal than flesh, all visible skin on his cybernetic creature has either tubes or wires connecting it to some mechanical part, especially around the abdomen, appearing as though his intestines have spilled out to connect with a massive quadrupedal base. That's perfectly normal. Strange cylinders protrude from the pale skin of the right arm, while a heavy chain gun is attached to the other mechanical one. It's like I'm looking in a mirror when I read this description. The faceless activates his synthesized voice and speaks to you. He reaches underneath his mask. What do you require? I was told you could help me with ammo. That's right. He's like, you can have shotgun shells, bolts. Let's see. Do you have grenades or something similar? We do not have any explosive weapons. Alright, I guess I'll take the plasma cells. He gives you a battery package. Thank you. Fusion cells. Battery package. I'll come back later. Thanks. May I ask you questions? No, you may not. Alright. Goodbye. Okay. So, going great. And, oh, there's Laura. The woman lies on the bed with her eyes firmly closed. Her face is dotted with reddish scars and blisters, as if spattered with a boiling or corrosive liquid which distorted her face into a grotesque visage. Her eyes begin to open, the left eyelid lifts quickly, allowing the brown iris to focus on you. The other one lags, twitching as it slowly rises to reveal a swirled mass that used to be an eye. A light on the small device grafted onto her neck flashes green as a metallic voice speaks to you while carefully being molded by her lips. What is happening? Laura, can you hear me? Yes, who are you? I come from Southgate Station. I arrived there after you left, so we hadn't had the chance to meet. I'm Dr. Incompetent. She is silent as her eye inspects you, sluggishly moving down and up again. A quick tremble of her lips could have been an attempt at a smile, but the motion never proceeds farther than that. Terry, my husband, I don't think... I don't think he made it. I didn't see him at Southgate Station. He didn't make it. The healthy eye sheds a tear, but her expression remains unchanged. I know, I saw it all, but I had to ask still. Tell me what happened to you. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. Sometime before the earthquake, Terry and I were sent to Core City. We performed trading for the SGS, and we were tasked with obtaining several things from local merchants, as well as to meet one man in the residential area so he could give us a package. Interesting. Who was this man? He had some electrical equipment. Tanner never went into much details, only that the package was fragile, These devices were sensitive, I believe he said, so we were to take good care of the package. The man's name was James Steiner. James Steiner. That's all I know about him. Tanner, I thought Vera sent you to Core City. Usually it is Vera, but she wasn't around at the time, so Tanner gave us the list of the things we needed. I see, so you went to this man, this James Steiner guy, and then what? We met him near his home, close to the fence, overlooking a part of Drop Zone. I remember seeing fire and smoke rising from one of the shacks down there, but that's not important. The man had to leave for work or something, I can't remember, so he gave us the package and left us quickly. What did he look like? She pauses briefly. Light skin, black-haired, average height, brown eyes. I really can't tell you much more. There's nothing striking about him. He behaved nothing out of the ordinary. Right. You got the package and then... We went through our list and acquired everything we needed except for a pair of power supply units Harold needed. Tri-energy something. Can't remember now, but it's irrelevant. We contacted Tanner and told him we got almost everything except for those power units. He told us it wasn't as urgent as we had thought and to return to SGS, so we went down to the station, and that's when the earthquake hit. UnderRail Express stopped all the trains until they surveyed the situation, and we couldn't get the signal to call Tanner again, ask him what to do next. So we waited, tried to find those power units, but we were out of luck. We went to Hardcore City Bar and waited until we heard the trains were going again. But none of those were able to get to SGS. Yes, because of the cave-in, so Terry suggested we go to rail crossing. We should be closer to SGS when the tracks eventually get cleared, and we could see if Buzzer, he has a big shop there, if he had the power supplies for Harold. You never made it to Buzzer? No. She releases a metallic sigh before continuing. We were attacked at the rail crossing station by Cornell and the Acid Hunters. Acid Hunters? I don't understand. I found clues which we believe that they were the ones who attacked you. Did you find this Cornell, his gang? I think I actually... Didn't I let Cornell walk away? Or did I kill him? Gosh, I don't remember. I know I let one guy survive. I let him walk away. Your words made something... oh, she hates me. Your words made something snap inside her, creating a painful ripple across her face, squeezing every muscle until it gets red to the point of feeling that all the scars and blisters are going to burst. As cold as her metallic voice already was, her reply felt even colder. I won't ask you for your reasons for why you let them go, but I hate you. I hate you. They should not walk free. No, you knew what they did and you let them go. I am defenseless and broken and at your mercy, but I hate you for that error that you have made. You will now hear the details. I think that's what happened. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. I can't remember if I killed them and it was some other person I let free, but I thought it was like it was clear that they were in over their head and that they didn't know what they had and they got set up in some capacity, so I let them go, but I didn't know they did this. We had noticed them a couple of times in Core City. They must have followed us to rob us. They threatened us with chemical weapons. They didn't even give us a chance to do anything. One of them, he hit Terry in the face and knocked him to the floor. I got a kick in the stomach. I had no air in my lungs, and as I was struggling, one of them dragged me by the hair until I managed to get on my feet. It all happened within a second. They forced us into a cave. They had a camp there, tied us, took all our things, took the package, opened the package, and found the cube. She smiles. You know so many things already, so here are the final details to the picture. It was an object no one of us had ever seen. It was fascinating and frightening at the same time. We allowed this remarkable thing to steal our attentions, the strange shape, the markings. It was out of this world. Then he closed the metal box. His face is clear to me, but I don't want to describe it, nor what happened next. The only thing you should know is that I woke up as they were dragging me away from Terry and into their machine. Then I woke up here. They left him because he was dead, Terry. They had no use for him, and me, they hadn't found me by accident. They wanted this cube, and I was the one who had it. Maybe the earthquake was their deed too, I don't know. I could never speak to them. They just took care of me. She points to the machines next to her. There are numerous pipes and tubes that go into her arms and abdomen, and indeed it appears that what she's telling you is true. I would be dead without this. I will get you out of here, I promise, but first, tell me this. Do you know why Tanner lied to you about the contents of the package? I don't know why he lied to us. If I knew, I wouldn't have been here, I guess. There was always a sense of mystique about him, but he was far from being the only one who made you wonder, is he really the person he says he is? I can't speak anymore. I'm so tired. I have to leave now, but I will return quickly. I want to go home. You will. Just be patient some more. Alright, so I'm going to get her home. I'm going to, like, make that my reward to get her home. I know she hates me. I can't remember what really ended up happening, but it's so interesting to me that it all comes back full circle to Tanner somehow. Like, the guy that I met at the beginning of the game, the guy that I hadn't thought about for so long. Was he involved? Like, is he a shortist? Is he, like, some kind of double agent? Is he work for Oculus? Like, what is happening here? There's a lot to think about. Well, I can get a medical pack from this doctor, and let's do it. You see the faceless doctor before he sees you, since he appears to be focused on a strange device attached to his wrist. It consists of 3 large injectors facing the arm's direction, each of those having a separate tube going up the arm and into differently colored vials attached to his armband. The other arm has no such device, but instead you notice small cylinders protruding from his pale, blue-veined skin. As you look up to observe tubes which seem to connect his beak-like mask to the tank on his back, the Faceless notices you and speaks to you after activating his voice. I was notified you would come. If you're here to speak with the woman, know that she is awake but very weak. What can you tell me of her condition? Severe. She's stable, but the damage done to her body was extensive. Highly corrosive substance was used against her, liquefying large patches of skin on her face as well as upper body. God, if I would have known this, I don't know if I would have let the acid hunters walk free, if that's what I did. I honestly don't remember. Maybe it was a different gang guy that I let go free. The one that had, like, the 4 female girlfriends. It's all a blur. I guess I could go back and watch my episode to see what happened. Now that I think about it, I think I might have killed... Anyway, her respiratory system suffered some degree of damage due to some of the substance entering through her oral cavity, though the larynx and the bronchial tube, she's unable to speak without the aid of a communicator, as her vocal folds have been completely destroyed. Also, she's been blinded in one eye. We're able to maintain her vital functions, but if she were disconnected from her life support, she would shortly die. Will she ever be able to recover? Yes, the process will take time, but it's possible. Some non-vital functions are irreparable. Are you going to turn her into one of your own? I mean, with all the augmentations and such? No, we do not do that. Once the woman is able to maintain vitality without artificial aid, we will release her. Okay, your commander told me I'm allowed to receive some supplies? Yes. The Faceless walks over to the shelf and picks up several items. Once he returns, he hands you 2 super health hypos, great, 3 bottles of antidote, 3 bandages, 2 morphine shots, 3 inhalants, and 4 psi boosters. Fantastic. After handing you these items, he proceeds to stare at you. I'd like to ask you some questions. I may only speak to you about the patient and exchange supplies. Alright, can I get healed? He can't heal me. Alright, see you later. Goodbye. Alright, well, jeez. This is a lot of story. There's a lot of things going on. I can go turn on the power plant to try to use the elevator and leave, maybe. But I can also try to help them get the cube by getting to Chort. But first, we need to go talk to the crazy old man. And we'll get into that next time. Everyone, I think this is a good place to end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check you next time when we find a man in his locker. Take care.